Well, hey.
Hey, what's up? Welcome back to the North Florida Sports Network. What an ass-kicking FSU baseball put on the Gators last night. 19-4. 19-4.
Right.
In a 7-inning ball game. Mercy ruled for the second time this season. That is something that the Knolls haven't done in over 20 years. I know I hate this series where they play it on Tuesdays, but
right, it should be a weekend series,
but getting beat 19-4.
Yeah. Well, just you score 12 runs the first game you play them, 14 the second game. Mercy ruled them in the second game, 19 in the third game. It's just an ass whooping all season.
Yep. The lineup just continues to impress.
Right. I'm going to be honest with you. I would put UF below Stetson and Jacksonville in terms of what they've shown midweek. They have no interest in playing Florida State.
Right. That's why I don't like the series. They just play.
To me, they look like a team.
Beginning of the season, one series or something.
I said it last night. They look like a baseball team that despises having to play for their coach. They just don't want to be out there.
Yeah.
Like everybody who's played baseball has had a season like that where they hated their coach, or not even hated, but just it sucked.
Well, there's a good atmosphere around the FSU baseball team. You can feel it.
Last night was insane for a baseball game.
And you had the band there. I mean, it felt like a football game at times, but I was wondering how that team would react to it, especially coming off a place like Boston where you didn't have an atmosphere. Sometimes you saw the basketball team this season when people showed up didn't come out, and they gave up 2 runs in the top of the first, but
that was nothing.
That didn't happen. That was no problem, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, they could not, the Gators couldn't get them out. The whole lineup went through unscathed.
Right.
And it was incredible.
I've never seen anything like it.
Yeah.
Really. In terms of playing against
West
a team
his first career homer.
Right. My God. His first homer as a Knoll. Yeah. He was all over it, dude.
Right.
I was crushed.
It was, and then it got to the point it's 13-3. I'm at the game, and I was like, if he hits a base or loaded, who was that hit that?
Dingus.
Yeah, just hit
Marco. That guy has probably got the most power on the team.
Yeah, got a standing ovation after.
That's what he does. He goes up there like he's playing fast pitch softball, or adult league softball.
That made it 17-3. That was the end of the night.
Yeah,
but an impressive. They came out like a football game almost and just beat the crap out of the other team. Right.
They definitely fed off of
some good innings by
the start.
The pitcher Armstrong, the lefty.
Armstrong looked good. The pitchers looked fine. You give up a couple bombs early. I mean, Caglione shouldn't be playing college baseball. If you don't want to,
that guy's a monster, man.
Yeah.
That guy's a monster. He hits it high in the sky. That's
So, he hit a home run against them last game. He's going to do stuff like that, but you don't walk people. You don't give free passes, man, and you'll be able to stay alive.
With the lineup that you have, you just got to throw strikes. Don't give them anything free. Yeah. Make them earn it and put them up against your lineup.
But that game, by the end of the second inning, that game was over.
There seems to be a good morale on the team right now.
Yeah.
And I think Jarrett is what everyone thought thought you would get is what you're starting to see. Your guy who's won National Coach of the Year twice before even taking over.
Right. And I think a lot of people just kind of overlooked or underestimated just what kind of impact it had him coming in late before last season.
Right. You can feel it.
Yeah.
The morale of the team.
You couldn't turn the roster over the way that you did in this past offseason. Bringing 26 new, and that's the difference.
Yeah.
Are the guys that you added to the lineup.
Right.
Man.
It was impressive. But, I only play this, I only get to give me my music for what time it is.
Oh yeah.
That's right.
It's that time again.
It's little golf tournament up in Augusta, Georgia. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's called the Masters. A guy named Bobby Jones.
His dad.
Yeah, Bobby Jones started this tournament with all the best players.
All the best players for a long time.
It's kind of crazy, you know. This is a guy who's at the top of his game, retired to be a lawyer. Oh, how the times have changed. But, you know, I guess it doesn't, they try to keep the timeless aspect of it, and it does. Like, there's certain things that you just don't understand, like the squirrels and the pine cones. It's a beautiful, majestic place. And I'm going to be captivated again this weekend, and I can't wait to see it. Kind of can forget about this live PGA thing that's going on. It's the only time you're really going to get all the players to play. Is that like you only get 4 times, really?
Yeah, it's the
and this is
the
one
big
of them,
one.
and this is
it's
Rory McIlroy's donut hole in the career slam. Will he be pegged by the ghosts at the 10th hole?
I just want to see Tiger.
Tiger Woods, no sex until after the tournament. Will that be on Sunday, or will that be on Saturday, or will that be on Friday if he doesn't make the cut?
Right.
So when
You better know he's banging whenever he's out of there. That's good to know. I just hope that maybe you can take it until Sunday, you know?
who's going to be, obviously you have Scotty Scheffler, who's the favorite. The guy who jump hits the ball. He's incredible, simple-minded, big, talented golfer. But it's hard to come in there as a favorite and win. It's hard to do that in golf. John Rahm will be trying to defend his title. Victor Hovland, Wyndham Clark are among others, as well as Brooks Koepka from Live Tour, as well as Brian Harmon, Cameron Smith, Cameron Young. Watch out for Ludwig Adberg, Jimmy.
Okay. I like the name.
Yeah, and then you got Matt Fitzpatrick.
Matt Fitzpatrick?
Yeah, he's still on the Max Homa, Patrick Hanley, Tommy Fleetwood. One of those guys.
What about Pat Fitzmatrick? Is he in it too?
Well, it's going to be interesting. I got 18 under being the winning score.
Okay.
And
all of my hope for Tiger Woods, all to win it and everything like that. I have the anti of that for John Rahm. I don't know what you call that, but that's as long as he doesn't win, I'm happy.
Well, yeah, we'll find out.
You hear that,
I'll be
John?
glued to it. I mean, Scotty Scheffler is the favorite.
Right.
And we'll see, but
Scotty's
there's a handful. Yeah. We'll see if anybody can take him down. It keeps the even keel, though. But we gave you the top 5 offensive newcomers that Jimmy Reno's looking for.
All right, we switching the ball now.
Yeah,
okay,
so we're gonna go to the other side to defense. Top 5 defensive newcomers that weren't on the team last year that are going to be on the team this year. Disclaimer: we're not counting the damn Orange Bowl. Okay. We're not counting it.
That was what Orange Bowl?
Exactly.
That was practice.
All right.
That wasn't a game.
Right. All right.
All right. Well, number 5, I am gonna start with the linebacker Shawn Murphy, transfer from Alabama.
Oh man, this is a guy I was really excited about.
Yeah.
Just because you can see the size he had.
Right, and he's
in a position that we needed.
Dude, you say linebacker from Alabama, and you're like, okay, he's highly rated, obviously coming out of high school because he went to Alabama. I mean, he's big physical kid, can move well. We need somebody to go along with Nicholson and Lundy.
Right.
I'm excited to see what he can actually do out there. I'm hopeful. I know that Cryer, you got Jonathan Juice Cryer as well. So 3 or 4 linebackers solidify themselves as actually being able to depend on them, and that could be huge for this defense.
Again, this list is for top 5 players. Jimmy Reno is excited to see this upcoming season as of today. Just little Jimmy. That's exciting me, right?
Yeah.
But it gets you an idea of what to look for.
Right.
Or what to be excited about, because there's going to be a lot of new faces on this team. Number 5. You did it.
Yeah, that's number 5. Number 4. I'm going to go with the true freshman defensive back, Charles Lester III.
Man. I heard a lot about this guy through the recruiting ranks.
Right. He was a highly rated, highly touted guy.
That's another number 4 here, another true freshman at number 4. You went true freshman.
Well, because I think he's going to be getting out there. I think he's, and there was some mixed reviews, man. Coming out of high school, it's like, well, he's good at this, he's not so great at that, but he's been step for step with some of the older class or the upperclassmen. I'm excited to see if his ranking is legit, if he can really go out there and be one of those first year guys. He got compared to Travis Hunter a lot in terms of the same kind of immediate impact type of deal. So I want to see if it's legit.
Right. And if it's legit, he'll be playing and you'll get to see it.
Right.
So that's
right. And that's I got him at number 4.
All right.
Now really the top 3 are my most, to me, are the guys that I'm most excited about.
Oh yeah.
The ones that I really think have a great chance of making big impacts.
Yeah, that are season hinges kind of.
Yeah. Number 3 is going to be Marvin Jones Jr.
Number 3 here.
Number 3.
Wow.
And the reason is because if he can add, nobody expects him to come in and be Jared Verse. Nobody's going to, I don't think there's another player that can come in and do that right now. But if he can come in and add something, you get kind of like a combo of Patrick Payton and Jared Verse, a guy that's explosive with a little more size than Payton, opposite Payton, but with the same kind of bend and the length. That can be very disruptive. I think I'm excited
because you're going to get hopefully a better version of Payton, which is going to make it harder to block both sides.
Right. And he's bulked up, so he's looking to stay on the field 3 downs.
Highly touted recruit.
Oh, of course.
That's time to put up numbers here. He's seen that.
And he's been in a big time program. He spent a year at Georgia, 2 years.
You said it. So that's 2 already from the SEC.
Right. And of course, that's the fact that he's baby shade is that also plays a part into it as well.
That's why I thought he would be higher on the list, honestly. But it's still, when you think about, there are a lot of dudes. You haven't even listed any of the other transfers that they picked up.
Yeah. Well, for me, it's the defense starts with replacing that ugliness on the interior, that disruptiveness, those monsters, Fiske, Fabian Lovett, Dennis Briggs, all the guys that were out there and disruptive.
Right.
So
you get one back. You're getting Farmer back.
Yeah, you're getting Farmer back, but we had Farmer last year, so that was huge. He's got the experience coming back. But as far as newcomers go, the top 2 are going to be along that defensive line.
Ooh.
And I'm number 6 would be the guy we got from West Virginia.
And he's
Toshi. He's a defensive lineman as well.
That's number 2?
No, number 2 is going to be Big Toko from Oregon State.
Wow.
Yeah. D-end, D-tackle, hybrid kind of guy. I think they're looking for him to kind of replace some of that anger and meanness from Fisk. But he's also experienced, man. He's an upperclassman. He's in his final year. He's going to bring that seniority.
I like it.
The workmanship, and he provides you. If you want to set the edge with your end, he can do that. If you want to play a 3-man front, he can be out there on that end. He can also slide inside when you got to rest bodies in there. This guy could be a huge piece on the D line. Really excited to see how he fits and picks up things.
Another position where you can slide in and get these transfers.
Yeah, and that's what's going to
Florida State's already built reputation of doing.
If they can just reload at that D line position from last year. You remember 2012 to 2013, that's what they did. Mm-hmm. How are they going to replace Bjorn Werner and Tank Carradine and all that? Boom, national title next year. It leads into the number 1, which is Big Darrell Jackson.
Oh yeah, and he played in the bowl game.
That's why we put that disclaimer out there. But that was no.
The big man's finally going to get a chance to play.
Finally getting a chance to be on the field. He should have been playing last year. And from all reports, he's just a monster on the inside.
It's a guy that,
he's here. He, basically brothers with Josh Farmer. They're finally going to get to play together.
That's exciting.
You assume that's going to happen.
Exciting to see right there. And I can see that angle because you're going to have them playing together, a dream that they had, and see if they can maximize both their potential. It's only going to help the other guys along.
This is it. This is their last year in college. Both of them. This is it. They're going to try to do this, maximize, and head to the league together. But he's also that physical presence that Like, man, we didn't have that last year, dude. If we would have had him the entire season, adding that size and that disruptiveness. I know.
We know that this team couldn't have done anything without Jordan Travis.
Yeah, no, I forgot. How stupid of me.
Jordan Travis is getting back to it. There's a draft coming up, by the way.
Yeah, there is.
But there's so much.
Wasn't like 3 months?
Yeah, we'll see. I think it's right around preseason.
End of April?
Yeah.
Oh, man. But yeah, dude, Darrell Jackson by far.
Well, there you go, folks. There are your top 5.
There's your top 5. Most of them are on the D line.
Jimmy Reno.
It's all about the big uglies.
The top 5 defensive newcomers to Florida State's lineup that Jimmy Reno's looking forward to.
Right.
Brought to you by.
I mean, I could have picked all of the DB signees, honestly. All 5 of them. Brought to you by. Could be you.
John Cameron.
Sponsors? Could be you.
Can't pay for it.
Hey, we put a whiteout on a bee a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And it lived. So how about that?
Well, Miami, Florida State, baseball.
Right, Florida State's
going to be down. Go ahead.
Down 2 weekend starters. Cam Leiter, second weekend in a row, he will not make a start. Connor Whitaker, not going to start. I didn't even know anything had popped up with Whitaker. Apparently, Link Jarrett sounds a little bit less optimistic with him about the outlook. Pretty optimistic with Leiter. I think they're just making sure with him.
Right. Well, from the start, what this team had, and they sure do have a lineup. It's really good, and
Miami can hit. They've struggled this year.
It's a rivalry game.
Yeah, Miami has some bats,
and if you're going to be missing, we'll see who can step up. Who's going to get the bump?
I think it's going to be another slugfest.
Who's getting the start on Friday then?
Thursday it'll be Jamie Arnold.
Yeah, we knew that, but who's on Friday?
Friday will be freshman Brady Lauk.
All right.
Lefty. And then Saturday I think it's going to be Carson Dorsey, the JUCO transfer.
Well,
he started last Sunday against Boston College. Did really well.
There you go.
Unfortunately, the bats didn't wake up until he was out of the game, but didn't pick up a win.
Shoot, man. I hope they didn't run out of ammunition because they were firing them
off. They look really, really happy to be back down in the South.
Oh, the atmosphere is up. It's going to be another sellout all weekend.
Yeah, going to be nice.
It's a great atmosphere
nice
over there.
Warm out there for it.
It's kind of could be even better place, with a few adjustments.
Oh yeah, we were looking last night. There's plenty of areas to add seating.
But when you have fans buying in, you got the daggum band there. It's obviously going to help, and it did. We'll see what happens this weekend. We'll see what happens.
This is Canes, man. This is the big one in baseball.
All right, and we'll do that. We'll react to it, and we'll talk to you next time, right here on the North Florida Sports Network.
We had to go. Our ride was here. We got a shuttle to our